Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. This fluid intersection, very busy. Probably not my best work here. We're going to go off in this rabbit hole and see what's cooking over here. These are wrong. Once again, batteries didn't get set. Kinda hard to unload when you can't unload. Not that it matters, because there's no demand for this right now. Now, why is low density structure sitting here like this? Instead of back over here. Because you're not full. You're not full because you don't have plastic. Or plastic, or plastic. This plastic's ready, this plastic's ready and getting loaded. This plastic's ready, this plastic's ready. Looks like I need a couple more plastic trains. Well, trains for carrying plastic, not trains made of plastic. Still don't understand why this happens. You don't have... Oh, you didn't have coal. That's a curious thing. We have 22K, 23K, 24K, 24K, so we're putting down 2 more plastic trains. All right, so first we're putting down a red circuit train. And then we're putting down at least 1 plastic train. But I need to go get a plastic train. And then another plastic train. And this is probably a mistake, this additional plastic train. And yes, I could turn on the launchers. But until I get this running smoothly, there's just no value in doing that. I'm not sure what's going on here or how to deal with it. Because this is going to back up and fill up, and then it's going to start dealing with the other one. But you tell me that you still need more. You're at 8K. Which is right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Sulfur. I need 9.4 sulfur assemblers. I've got 16. Sulfuric acid, I need 3. I've got 8. Only 2 of these are working. Are these thresholds right? So that's obviously 8K. Unloader for... Do you stack to 50 or 100? Sulfur stacks to 50. I might have the wrong values here. 8K and 4K. No, that's a 50 stack size. Calls the first train when it's at 4K, calls the second train, or at 8K, calls the second train when it's at 4K. Or, yeah. But it's just sitting here spinning its wheels, only calling on this one. As soon as it, see, it's got no excess capacity here. I got something wrong there. My 50, those must be wrong. My calculations in the 50 stack size must be wrong. God, that gets close. Overall, I do love this base. I love this factory. I'm not going to complain about this thing. Well, that's a little bit trafficy right there. Can't be that heavy, though. Ah, you bitch. Get out of the way, smoking. Fucker. These two are kind of close. I probably should have pushed this down one. the distance here. Yeah. I should have pushed all this down 1. Now, if I do it in a janky way, if I was to move this here to there, could I then do a diagonal? Not really. I'd have to do it here, which kind of gets in the way of that. I have to shove all this over a couple. Well, Mango, you have missed exactly 0 lunches. So these total up to 8,000. 500, 1,000. So this train has 2,000. So you should turn on when I can unload 1 train, not when I can unload 1 thing. So when these are totaled up, they're 8K. So 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. No. Oh, 1,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So you should request a train when I'm at 50%. No, well, that's going to be 50%, isn't it? So I've got the numbers wrong. I just got to figure out what the right numbers are. So you hold 2,000. And you hold 2,000. So when you're at... My brain is starting to melt. So you're at 8,000. So when you're at 6,000 is when I want a train. And when you're at 4,000 is when I want another train. So this shouldn't be 8. This should be 6. Well, fudge puppies. I've got a few places where this needs to be applied. Anywhere there's a 50 stack. A 50 stack unloader, which I think includes coal, engines, how did that input value is 6K. Less than 4 if it's less than 6, because it is 6K. Okay. But the other question is, why weren't you going there then? Oh, because you're not full. Why aren't you full? Because you don't have steel. Why don't you have steel? Oh, look, you're missing a... Fuck. Reaper! Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. How was your stream? And there's somebody here that wants to say hello. So, ooh, I'm getting red circuits here. Yay, me! I can see, and it's all working. Very nice. All right, so wherever those unload, I need to fix that. So let's start up here. You're at 10 stack. I need to review my 10 stack numbers on my unloading now. That's 100, that's 100, so that's all fine. 100, 100, 100. All right. This is fluid, that's 100, that's 100. You're unloading engines. Batteries are 200. That's a 50 unload. That's a 50 unload. That's 100, that's 100. That's a 50 unload. That's a 50 unload. Hundred, 100, and 200. 100, 100. That's a 50 unload. You're saying you have 4K here. Yeah, you do. That's a 200, that's 100, that's 100, that's 100. 100, 100. This is a 50. 100, 100. 100, 100, 100, 50. Fluids, fluids. Loaders, loaders, those are hundreds. And this one I already went over. You're getting up to 2,000. You might turn on at 2,000. All right, yeah, it's moved on. Although now it's requesting again because it's below 6K. So, but it has loaded the other one. All right, we were looking at this to see. Yep, light turned on. 2K. Train's on the way. Nice. Let's swing all the way over here. You're 100, 200, 100, and 100. 100, 100, 100, 100, 200, doesn't matter. Fluid, fluid, 50. You've only got 4K. Looking at this, you're a 50. Fluid, fluid. 100, 100, 200, and 100. 100, 100, 100, and 100. 100, 100, 100, and 100. And your all belts are full. Where am I? Because one of you was missing something. And that fixes it. 100, 100, 100, and 100. 100, 100, 100, 100. This is a 50 unload. I think I've already updated this. But 200 and a 50 unload. You're not even requesting it anyways because you've got 6K. But you are, because you've got 0. But I just fixed sulfur. It'll take a little while to catch up. Ketchup, mustard, mayo. Whatever. Okay, I think I fixed that. Alright, so this is working. This is also poorly placed. You're still here unloading. How? You can't get to your loader to do anything because your loader is not ready for anything because your loader doesn't have enough petrol because we aren't producing enough petrol. You're waiting for a train. There's a train coming. You have too much oil. You are wanting oil. There is 47,000 in here. I am seriously thinking of changing these to summon the second one at 40,000 instead of whatever it is. $25K and $48K. We're going to bring these two back online because I've shortened those, and maybe that will get more trains stacked. Now, if it locks the whole thing up, yeah, okay. I'll take one back off. Oh, it's one thing to go. It's just that there's stuff in the way. Where are those elevated rails? Just kidding. Production science is this. And it has not reached 10K at all. It's purple, right? You're full. You're not. Why aren't you delivering these, even though they're being requested? You're standing. Why didn't it take me to that location? I wanted to go here. Okay, so I've moved it, I've zoomed in. All right, good. Where'd the train go? You're here. Destination full. Because you're not full. You've got not quite 2,000. You're red. Who keeps holding you back? What do you need? 10, 5, and 10. Why is this curved? Pax, come here and fix this. It's a relatively small quantity, so I'm not going to use the larger things. Oops. Stay where you are. Now that probably won't make a difference on that. So you're not getting enough steel. And there's pretty much nothing I can do about that. Now I put steel and brick on the same lane because you only need half as much brick as you do steel. You're taking brick exclusively, you're taking steel exclusively, and yet somehow you're short on stuff all the time. Maybe I need to make you filter inserters. What do you have on you? Thought one of you had filter inserters. You have 18 filter inserters. That's not going to be enough to do what I want. Because if I convert one of you to a filter inserter and one of you to a steel inserter, then you'll stop doing each other's job and maybe you'll go more smoothly. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've seen it work before. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 times 8 is 48, which is how many I have. Plus some. While this train goes up here, I'm going to go take a quick break. BRB. So, for those hanging out to see a rocket launch, probably not going to happen tonight. But tomorrow, I promise we'll launch at least one rocket. Actually, we'll launch at least 4 rockets. Alright, so we'll pick up brick here. And we'll pick up steel here. And the reason I chose that is because we're picking steel on this one, so we might as well. Oops. You go, you go, you go, you go, you go. No. You go, and you go. And then I copy this, and I paste it here. Now, did that help? Well, I'm taking more bricks now. I don't understand. Am I not getting enough bricks? Is that what's going on? Inserters. .813. Just like the steel. I should be fine. You're not picking anything up. Oh. 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 I did that backwards. Well, okay. So that was A, totally unnecessary, and B, didn't fix the situation at all. And I don't think I can, and I don't think I will. Because I thought this was a mix of steel and brick, but this other belt is double brick. I'm actually overdoing it and shouldn't be supplying that, but God, I hate walking in between beacons. It's such a shit show. So we are running out of bricks on this one is what we're running out of. And on this one, we're running out of bricks. Now, considering that bricks and steel are both coming in at the same pace, but steel is on the inside of this belt, still, I'm watching, it grabs some steel, but it grabs, okay, so it grabs steel, and that's when the bricks run short. I don't see a way to solve that. I don't see a way to fix that. I figured it would be a moot point with them both needing the same amount, so they each get a full belt of steel and a full belt of brick, and then they get a half belt of brick and steel. It's not like performance is suffering here. I mean, I'm generating 3,200 a minute, and these are going over here where I need 2,500 a minute. So I'm fine. I'm just trying to over optimize, I guess. By the way, to anybody who's still here, I do have a YouTube account, High Speed Games. I think it's down in my description. I would appreciate it if you would go and sub to that, because I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers so I can monetize it. I'm going to update my message tomorrow to act as a reminder. I've gotten a lot of people come here from YouTube. Impressive. Surprising. Why would you have stopped here if that train was coming through? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Why did you stop here? What happened there? There was a train here, and it was going through, and the train got to here and stopped. There's no reason for that. Am I missing something? Yeah, that was no, that was furnaces. Electric furnaces for Purple Science. And it wasn't really a problem. I'm overfeeding it already. I don't need that extra level of performance. And I don't want to share the blueprint because it's a shit one, but... But I think everything here is working. I still don't have enough sulfur here. But you got all the way over here. No, you didn't get anywhere. But you got up to 8K, 7K. But you're not. That's surprising. Producing fast enough. Oh. Oh! I'm missing a whole row of underbelt. It's one freaking little whack-a-mole here. Yeah, that could be Mango. But I adopted his philosophy. 4 level 3 prod mods in every assembler. If the assembler would not accept prod mods for that item, e.g. it's a finished product, I'm putting speed mods in. To hell with it. I'm putting a module in everything. Also, can I turn this into not a four-way? So this coal goes out and this oil goes in. If this oil were restructured to be this way, oil. Right? So this oil could go right here. And that would be fine. Then it would come down and it would join this, which would put it on this intersection. Now this coal is feeding that. Now let me get my ass out here and fix this while I diddle. That might help. Of course, they're both hungry now, so I'm going to hang out here for a little while. I'm going to play a little bit of What If, and scroll around and move the mouse in crazy directions. So if I move oil here, and I connect it here, somehow, and then I take this coal and I run it straight north, that won't work. If I run this coal here, even if I shift it a little bit, which I'd have to, I'd end up with exactly what I've got right now. Now, if I leave that sideways and I do this to put it here, I would end up with a T-junction there. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 4.5 or 5. Thereby eliminating this junction, but I don't really care. So it wouldn't really buy me anything to do that. I mean, I can modernize that, but big deal. I can't run that rail that way. I mean, I could run it all the way in here, but no. I'm not going to run a rail for that. Why are you here? You're unloading. That's good. Why are you here? You're unloading. That's good. We still have no pipe here, because you indicate that you're full. This, oh, well, That's a deal breaker right there. That is a major flaw. I don't know how this happened, but it's a showstopper, right? Also, this didn't get refactored. So what I just saw is the reason that I had to go with that other design. I have a scenario here where Wagon 1 is satisfied. Wagon 2 is not. And it needs resources. I mean, it's not broken, but it needs resources. But it could create a situation where Wagon 2 on the loader is not satisfied. And then we've got a locked up state. That will never get resolved. But in production, that should never happen. Because the unloader is going to go away. Oh, but you're never going to call for a train here. And so you're never going to get satisfied. And that's a real problem. It really is. Not really sure how to fix it. Maybe I could read all of the wagons. And then bring it when the total is low. But that's not flawless either because like right now you're at 12,000 and you're at 14,000. So you wouldn't bring a train here even though this one's empty. Simply because you see this is not a problem. I don't know what to do about that. Also, there's no inserters here. That's kind of important. Well, the design I had was the proper design for what I want. But I can't afford it from a UPS perspective.